Here we are at HMP Belmarsh prison, where we are not allowed, and Julian Assange is inside, which is also illegal. Let's not join him. We're outside HMP Belmarsh with Britain's #1 Jeremy Corbyn tribute act tonight, Matthew. But who are you really?
My name's Patrick.
Okay.
You can find me on Twitter, possibly under the Twitter name @in_Camden.
Okay.
I hope the traffic isn't drowning us out.
That's right. We should be okay.
Yeah, look, don't diss Corbyn. Thank you very much, Jeremy, and thank you very much, Diane Abbott. Gosh, Diane, aren't you getting some stick for speaking out for Assange?
She always does.
Oh yeah, oh yes. But anyway, let's leave the ad hominems alone. Jeremy, thanks for the loan of the hat, Jeremy, first off. And Diane, thank you very much. I've seen all the comments. I'm sorry if I'm going off on a... No. We're here outside Belmarsh.
Yeah, whatever you want to say.
We're here outside Belmarsh.
Yeah.
He's in there somewhere. On Tuesday, oh no, sorry, it's the 2nd of May, the next development for Julian. We'll talk about Julian first for a second. The next development for Julian will be the sentence given by Westminster magistrate, who on Thursday called him a narcissist, because that's what this is all about, Julian's narcissism, you know. When I first saw Julian's narcissism, I thought, there's a man. I must go and bolster his narcissism, you know. That's sarcasm, viewers. Anyway, on the 2nd of May, the sentence will be given. He's been found to have breached his bail for reasons of narcissism, seeking asylum, and in international law apparently doesn't matter to the magistrates at Westminster. And on the 2nd, he won't be brought back to court to hear his sentence. It will be a video link from the courthouse that's part of this institution here, Belmarsh Prison. Category A prison, has its own courthouse. Julian will be in there, and the video link to Westminster, and he'll be told whatever it is. Apparently the speculation will be it's 1 year. But what will happen in other aspects, and with the American aspect of the warrant as well, while they apply for extradition, while the decision on the extradition is made, that'll have other effects on it. So I'll be here every now and then. My colleague, Mr. O'Reilly of the Camden Catholic Worker, who's been doing a 24/7 presence at the Ecuador Embassy for 150 days. I've lost bloody count. Anyway, here we are here, out in nature. Yeah. Shame about the traffic noise and the pollution, the toxins and that, but that's what's going on here. I did have some other things to say, but exhaustion is getting me a little bit. So ask me a question.
Well, I was just wondering about the Sweden factor, because people are talking about
Sweden
that's back on
again.
Reopened. Could he be sent to Sweden? Does that supersede what happens in America?
Yes, yeah. Legal
Just
priorities.
That one.
I'm glad you are. Yeah, well, explain that one.
I'll
try and give you my, as Rasta would say, thank you, Rasta, overstanding.
Yeah.
I don't want to stand under a Tory government. I don't want to stand under, well, in fact, it's not even the government and the whole falsity of the bogeyman Trump, right? Julian was carried out, right, in struggle, and he was holding a book, and the book was Gore Vidal. I can't remember the exact title of it, but it was History of the Security State, right? Well, I don't understand the security state. I do not stand under the security state and the Five Eyes. Right? And secrecy isn't my friend. You're costing us money and you're going to kill us all. So I don't stand up, but I'll try and give you, sorry to rant, I'll try and give you my overstanding. Thank you, Rasta. Big up, Rasta. Rastafari! Big up, Rasta. No disrespect in using your king of,
Yeah, the head of the one to be feared.
Yes. So, thank you for teaching about overstanding, and my overstanding of the Sweden situation is this. I looked on Sweden's prosecutor's websites, and the lawyer, Fritz, of the radical feminist practice, who apparently treats her underlings very badly. That's a whole story worth looking into. Okay. She supposedly represents the one Swedish female that there still could possibly be. Well, when Julian was questioned, which everybody bringing the Sweden issue, seems to forget even some supporters. That nice Scottish historian chap, I can't remember his name, bald chap, he does a lot of work in American stuff. I watched his YouTubes. Even he made the mistake saying, waiting for Sweden did come to the embassy just over a year ago. They've completed their investigation. They can't pursue it anymore. Unless Julian wants to commit suicide or so. I doubt he does. Okay? And Massey Fritz's practice has contacted the prosecutor. This is the statement on the prosecutor's website, and asked them to reopen the investigation. Let's be clear, this would be the second reopening, so it's the third time round if it happens on the carrier.
Clutching at straws, it seems.
Well, yeah, the straws have vaporised. There's not even straw left. There's ashes to this nonsense, you know. So I'm getting a bit hectory now. I don't know if this is putting the viewers off, please. But viewers, whatever you're doing, a little, a lot, you know, don't let Tesco's, don't let Tesco's own the phrase, every little helps, you know.
We can help.
Yeah, it's English language, you know, they try and copyright it. All right, Tesco, nice one. The workers, united, will probably be persecuted and clubbed like we were before when we stood up. But no, and it's not an easy battle to win, you know. But anyway, we're going, so that's the Sweden thing. But it just goes to show how desperate all this stuff is. Now, what you've just reminded me of is, on Radio 4 yesterday, in the early part of the day, somebody who had been an advisor to Bush or somebody high up in the White House advisory scenario, like, what do you call it, environment, for one of the recent presidents, you know. Not Obama, I'm not sure about that. But anyway, the question was, this charge Julian has, is it a pretext using Computer Fraud and Abuse Act to get him to the States? Because he doesn't have First Amendment defence then. That's the issue. And then they could get him there, and then once he's there, like they do to Aaron Swartz and whatever and stuff, just slap more and more and more and more charges. Computer fraud and abuse puts him inside for 5 years. Very smart, in inverted commas, legal advisors like David Alan Green. You should be ashamed of yourself, David Alan Green. You fraud. You're as big a fraud as The Guardian, in your own way. But hey, you know, you advocate for what you work for, eh? So, David Alan Green and these, it's only 5 years, he'll have done one of them here, you know, for his bail jumping. This is nonsense, man. If they don't kill him, or if his health doesn't collapse on him or something like this, right, they want to do the 30-odd, 50-odd year charge on him. I nearly effed there, sorry, pardon me. No, so I don't like, my mum would be so annoyed with swearing. Use your intelligence, use your vocabulary, and it's good advice, kids, you know. Don't believe all that rap nonsense, you know, right, and shoot yourself before you decide to shoot me, right? Then tell me if you like it. Anyway, I am slipping off onto other things. So, right, can this charge be bumped up? And this woman on the radio, former White House advisor, was saying no more charges can be loaded onto him. Now, I don't know whether that's true. So all you smart people out there on the internet and stuff, that's something that could help, as well as writing letters to your representatives and stuff, and copying them and sending them to Courage Foundation, you know, and coming here if you can, or going to the British or Ecuadorian or American consulates. Every little bit helps. Thanks Kevin Zeese and Cassandra and all those other and Code Pink for coming out outside that consulate the other day. What more can I say? We do what we can. Yes. There you go. And the other thing is, I saw a great little thing. I'm going to have it on a T-shirt, and it said. I mean, we're only going into binary gender classifications, but I liked it anyway. It said, women are told can't. Men are told must. Interesting. Yeah. From the cradle onwards. So, you know, and as I told the policeman, somebody on the web the other day, I was marching up and down on Tuesday night and Wednesday morning outside the Ecuadorian embassy for an hour or so. If you're on Ropley, you might have seen me. Wave. Yeah. Anyway. Oh shit. Yeah. So I went to see if my mate had put it up on the web, and she had a little bit of it, and I just saw this thing, and it's somebody said, don't talk to the cops, they're not our friends. But I was talking. Hey, he wasn't beating me at the time, so I will talk to them, you know. And the last thing, we talked about health issues actually, and stuff, and the last thing I said to him is, reminded him that even though he's a cop and not a soldier, there's hardly any difference nowadays, right? But the Nuremberg is no defence. You can't follow orders if they're wrong orders. You have to use this and tie it to this, and like Buddha, you got to keep in touch with this. Definitely. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Lovely,
You're welcome.
Lovely, superb.
You're welcome.